Ladies and gentlemen, brought to here today, episode fucking 14 of Don Talk Pod. We got the crypto cracker himself, SKONEYMANROB in the building. Special guest. Perm, hit the round of applause button.
Got it. I hit it. You just can't hear it. I hit it again.
SKONEYMANROB, how you feeling?
Oh yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir. So
yeah, go ahead.
You a living question mark.
What do you mean by that?
you are the symbol of a mysterious man. There's a lot going on with you.
That.
And,
I like that.
And you really know how to put yourself in a lot of different lanes. The lane that you are really in and that you pushing hard on is the cryptocurrency lane itself.
Yes,
and
sir.
I don't know too much about it. Perm, you know anything about cryptocurrency?
As far as like the bigger ones, I guess that happened over the pandemic, like Dogecoin, obviously Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, we brought on my man SKONEYMANROB just to, I guess, shine a light on what he does. And what he talks about. Like, his YouTube page has grown tremendously. I would say myself seeing it, I don't know how fast it's growing. You could probably answer that, RJ, soon. But yeah, like, he has, it's crazy. 20K views, 19K views, 19, 14, 19.
1,000 comments on every video.
And these are like a month, 3 weeks, a month, 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks ago, he got 20K views. So obviously, you know, there's something going on. We want to see it. My man's pumping out. He's pumping out content.
Yo.
So, you know, we had to bring him on and see what the fuck's happening, because I don't know what the hell's going on. You know?
I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. I thought he was in the dark web doing some illegal crazy shit, and he was making it work. But here he is, SKONEYMANROB. Please elaborate and enlighten us on your situation.
Oh man, thank you. First off, that was a crazy introduction. Thank you, for real, seriously. I just want to first off say, by any way, in no way, fashion, am I the most intelligent guy on this subject. I'm not the smartest guy here. I'm learning from other guys on YouTube. And that's the craziest thing about all this, that I am learning everything that I learned, and everything that I'm doing now is stuff that I learned off of YouTube or Google.
Gotcha.
That's all. Like, seriously. So like,
so you self-taught.
I didn't really, they're not going to tell you about this in school.
Right.
I mean, maybe later on, but not that we didn't get any of this. We didn't get any of this in high school.
I ain't hear about none of this
or
shit.
College. So, which I actually dropped out of. I didn't go to school. So,
you self-taught, and you learned enough information to put yourself in a situation where you're literally teaching people now the same steps and how to follow. It's called VChain or VChain?
VChain, yeah, it's a type of cryptocurrency. Yep.
Okay.
But cryptocurrency. Well, actually, let me answer that first question about the YouTube channel.
Right.
I started my YouTube actually in I want to say this November of 2020. So like maybe like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I don't
around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And I actually started off my YouTube doing vlogs because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I just know I wanted to make some type of content.
Right.
But at the same time, I wasn't putting two and two together. Like, I do one thing, I do this crypto thing on the side, but I'm trying to do the vlogs and stuff. Why don't I do crypto vlog? Why don't I just like try to merge the two and kind of like do some type of content with that? And that's where I ended up starting doing these crypto videos. And I've already started watching a bunch of people do it, but that's where I got the idea to start making these videos. And as soon as I did that, it just started snowballing, and every video I posted, more people came on. If you go look at my first video, I got like 600 views. And then I just kept posting every day. And then by the next week, I had like you said, 5, 10, 15K. So yeah, I think it's just a good topic, I guess you could say. It's a trending topic right now. So
are you you don't work, VChain doesn't, because like I seen, let me step back a bit. Sunny Lou. Who is Sunny Lou? Tell me that.
Sunny Lou is the CEO of VChain. He's the CEO of the company VChain. He used to be a CIO, I think that's CIO, CFO, something of Louis Vuitton. And he basically, he's the head chief of the company, and he basically has the vision. VeChain in itself is a lot of people want to just call it a supply chain. And if you know what the supply chain, how we get things from A to B, we get everything from A. Yeah. Supply. So he's basically a supply chain management type of company. It's like a digital tracking supply chain type of thing. And if I can explain blockchain and stuff like that in cryptocurrency, I think that will probably
Go
be
ahead. However,
Yeah, I'm
best.
about to say,
Okay,
bro,
so
whatever you want to do, like the platform is
yeah.
yours, dog. Go ahead.
Well,
Right.
a lot of people hear about crypto are going to start hearing about cryptocurrency if you haven't already. There's two people in the world: people who had heard about crypto and people who really haven't. Um, Cryptocurrency really is the highest point right now. Like people are hearing about that, but people really don't know about the underlying technology that makes cryptocurrency work. And that underlying technology is called blockchain. So cryptocurrency in itself is it's a way to it's the decentralized networks coin. That's how you get into the to operate to utilize the network. That's how you get to own the network is by owning the cryptocurrency. So it's like how you buy a share of a stock,
Yeah.
you basically buy this coin and you're getting the the rights to own the network. You see what I'm saying? The network is the blockchain network.
So after you buy the currency and however much, does it give you access to use the web page and all the extra like? Because I think
In certain cases, it does. Like for
right.
but like for Bitcoin doesn't have any. Bitcoin's just and this is where it goes. So Bitcoin's just a currency. Bitcoin's just for me to be able to send to you, and then you to send it back to me. That's its use case. You'll hear a lot in cryptocurrency. What's its utility? What's the utility of this coin?
Right.
Utility basically all it means is what does this coin do? How is it going to be used? And how is it going to help us? And the reason why Bitcoin is so valuable and so crazy nowadays is because people have seen it to become a hedge against the US dollar. It's a store of wealth. It's more feasible than the dollar, they're saying. So
because Bitcoin is more of a universal currency, you could use it
global,
just whatever. I see what you're saying.
Exactly. So they're moving towards things like that, but not trying to veer off topic. Cryptocurrency and the underlying blockchain technology is really the gold mine. And blockchain technology is really it's a decentralized. First off, it's a digital ledger. What is a ledger? A ledger is a book, and a book is where a book in the beginning of in times 10,000 years ago is where we put our money, is where we put our numbers, we still put we writing, everything. Economies were made off of ledgers. Not only did we put that type of stuff, we put social facts in these ledgers. Okay, ledgers are just way to keep social facts, and then people come to consensus about these facts. So, for instance, in the beginning times, we were an agrarian society, basically a farmer society. If I needed to know who owned a cow, how would we do that? Or who owned this sheep or who owned this plot of land? We would have to write this stuff down. We would have to, you know what I mean, put this stuff in journals and then come to a consensus to say, okay, this is right. So that's how that ledger and stuff came about. And that's how governments and stuff were made. And that's how all this trust and then and it snowballed. And then you get double entry bookkeeping off of that and all this extra stuff. And that's how economies were made. It's crazy stuff. It's a lot of stuff, but it'll take 5 hours to go into all that stuff. So I'm basically giving you guys, segments of it. But
the quick intro of it.
Blockchain is the digital form of that bookkeeping. So it's a digital form of it's a digital database. It's a digital way of keeping records, transactions, and all that social facts. So
are you allowed to you're able to take this money out of VeChain into US currency, or do you have to spend it via VeChain? Because I think that's the kind of thing with Bitcoin is the trade-off from transferring it to real US currency is like the drawback why people trade in Bitcoin. Some people like to barter that way or vice versa. So basically my question is with VeChain, are you able to use the money you're making with the stock with the market you're in and take that into US currency?
Yeah, you can actually. You just would have to on exchanges. You would sell. You would buy. Say you would buy some VeChain for 10,000 USD, It goes up some. You want to sell it now, it's worth 20. You want to sell it because it's
Oh,
worth
okay,
20.
okay. I see.
You just sell it on the exchange. You get 20,000. You withdraw it to your bank. But people aren't really looking to trade off their cryptocurrency now at this point because these digital assets are going to be worth
Mm,
so much more in the future. We're in the beginning stages of something. This is they're regarding this as the next internet boom for
mm.
our age. They're referring to this point in time right now as the fourth industrial revolution.
That's big.
Um,
Gotcha.
huge,
Yo,
huge,
that's big.
huge, and this is the digitization stage where we're moving to AI, IoT, Internet of Things, AI, robots, blockchain, and blockchain is really AR, like virtual reality. We're moving into this next step of life where things are going to start getting insane. It's like movie type stuff, but all this type of stuff as we move on is going to all be enabled by blockchain, and we're going to be interacting with this stuff, and people aren't even going to know it. It's just going to be like normal day things and stuff like that. So I don't really see like the dollar really is it's not old. The dollar's old technology for real. Honestly, it's old, and you can already see other countries, Switzerland, not Switzerland. I don't, excuse me, people probably going to be in the comments coming at me, but there's already countries that are going cashless. There are a bunch of countries that are already don't even use cash anymore. A small percentage does. It's not like it's not there, but I'm talking like maybe 0.5% of the country's whole uses cash. So that's where some of these countries are starting to move. And it's like people don't even want to trade with the dollar anymore. The dollar is like dead. They're saying, forget the dollar. Why do we want to do that? If it's deflating, why would we put a inflating asset into a deflating asset? It just, you know what I mean? Why would we trade off our money? So a lot of people are saying, forget putting our money back in USD. I'm going to put my money into Bitcoin, a store of value, or some other blockchain projects that are solving other problems.
So out of like all the like blockchain systems or like big names like Bitcoin or VeChain, like obviously like you support VeChain, you push VeChain, right?
Yeah.
Or am I
yeah.
wrong? Okay. So obviously that would be like the number one choice that you would push for if somebody wanted to get into this, correct?
Yes, VeChain. There's a bunch of other great cryptos. I mean, some people probably don't think VeChain's a good decision. It's honestly all, and I'm kind of like flagging out there. I don't know what that was, but um, VeChain is in its own type of basket. It does its own it has its own use case. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people would they'll think, hey, if this is going to be if they think that's going to be something, they'll invest in it. But I think it's going to be something. That's why I'm investing in it. But there's all types of cryptocurrencies out there that people might be like, hey, I think that's going to be something. I'm going to invest in that. It's honestly all depends on the person and how they think the future is going to be looking. I just I just believe that supply chain management digitally is going to be a big thing in the future. You know what I mean? And logistics and stuff like that on the blockchain. But
Yeah.
there's all types of cryptocurrencies you can invest in, global payments, um, all types of stuff, gaming, cryptocurrencies. There's all types of different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously
Explain that.
like with all this stuff, not to cut you off, Rome. Obviously with like all this
No,
stuff
you
going
good.
on, this is like a risk factor in a way, correct? Because you know
Yes.
you're putting
Yes.
your money into it, and I know like the big thing with like I might get off a little bit off topic right here, but the whole thing with like AMC and GME. So a lot of people
Yep.
put like dumped a whole bunch of money into the shit because GME blew up, so AMC was gonna be the next one. So you had a whole bunch of people that were like putting life savings into it and just following it. It was kind of like sheep's getting slaughtered at the slaughterhouse because people were
Yeah.
just dumping money, and not realizing and not reading. So I mean, I guess I could give you a pat on the back like that. You're out here teaching people like like letting it be known because there was a lot of people that like lost a
Right.
lot of money during those two stocks, like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too familiar. What I understand from that situation is there was a Reddit group, a Reddit subgroup or something like that, where people came together and said, you know what, we're going to do a bunch of leverage calls, long calls, and what leverage is basically using other people's money to basically put on top of your money to have more money to put on a trade.
Mhm.
So say you have 10,000, you want to have 50,000, you get a little loan for 40 from your exchange, and then now you have 50,000 money, so you can trade, and then you would have to pay that back, and do that. But it's leverage, or leverage trading. So I guess a bunch of people got together and did that, and pulled up GameStop miraculously.
Like
And a
crazy.
lot of people made money, but as it came down the ranks, the people were too late into the party. People didn't really understand what was going on. Some people heard AMC was going, and then you have Robinhood actually halt trading on some of these traders, which is absolutely crazy. That's insane. That's where decentralized finance is coming to play a big part in this. Because these centralized finance entities are kind of corrupt, I guess you can say. They halted trading because a lot of people were making money. A
Yeah.
lot of people they were, and the crazy thing is the big banks do the same thing that these people on these Reddit groups were doing, but they don't like it when the tide turns. You understand, when the little
Mhm.
people are making money and
Yeah.
doing what they do, they don't like it. But when
Absolutely.
they do it and how they make the money and do it, they're fine with it. So
Yep.
that's what really kind of went on with that. And
that's why Robinhood initially pulled the plug, because there was a lot of people that were making smaller money long term, and they're making it quicker on the short end.
yeah, they weren't too happy with those people coming in. Just
Now, is it too early for? Because like I watched some of your YouTube videos, and I seen like news reporting, like there'd be like a little segment that would speak on cryptocurrency. Is it being covered frequent enough to like draw any worry? Because like I know media has a huge persuasiveness over like what's new and what people should avoid or try to stay away from. Like, does
right.
cryptocurrency have any of those kind of like negative connotations with it in the media?
Um, absolutely. Like Bitcoin has this narrative. Well, it doesn't. It's true that Bitcoin isn't so sustainable. A big agenda with the leaders in the world is sustainability, climate change, keeping the world, not compromising the needs of ourselves now, but keeping ourselves good for, and then ensuring the future generations have a good life after us. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
um, they they say Bitcoin was used for child trafficking. They say Bitcoin was used
Oh
for all
shit.
types of, yeah. They say
Wow.
Bitcoin was used for money laundering, all types of
Shit.
stuff. Um, so and they say this on the news and stuff like that. So that's really only the negative things I hear as far as about the cryptocurrencies, but everything else that I'm hearing, and one thing is, they don't really, to answer your question, they don't really cover it a lot on the news. If they're covering cryptocurrencies, they're going to be covering
Mm.
Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum every now and then. But Bitcoin is their golden goose. They
Do
love
they
they
make it sound good or bad when they cover Bitcoin? Because you did say they
it's
covered
it's
child trafficking.
you have both sides of the coin.
Okay.
They like to have both sides of the field, so in that way they can have a conflict kind of thing on the news, where they have a back and forth debate.
Right.
People like to watch that type of stuff, on the news, and that's what
It's
they do.
it's
They put a good show up.
it's content at the end of the
So
day for them.
Right.
right.
So it's like
So
they sort of have to do that.
right, right. So Bitcoin in itself, I don't there's nothing wrong with blockchain and cryptocurrencies. It's really, I'll put it like this. It's Are guns bad?
No.
But it's usually the person that's using
Right.
Yeah.
the thing. So same thing with cryptocurrencies and blockchain. These things could be used for bad, and I'm not saying that they can't be, but it really depends on the players that are using
Mm.
these technologies and stuff like that.
Right.
And in most of cases, these cryptocurrencies and blockchains aren't used for nefarious or negative reasons. Most of them are used to honestly help and to make things go faster and make things more efficient. But if you think about it, who are the people in charge right now, and who are most of the people at the heads of?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another question I have for you is, where do you see cryptocurrency going? Do you see it being federalized, like how they did legalization of marijuana and now they got big brand companies taking over? Or do you think it's going to stay free for individuals to just serve and purchase on blockchains?
Well, I think it's what we're waiting for in the crypto space right now, and you'll hear all over crypto Twitter. We're waiting for these two words, regulatory clarity, which
Okay.
basically means we're waiting to see who's allowed to custody these, who's allowed to hold these cryptos, who's allowed to buy and hold and sell and operate with these cryptos. So that's really the big thing right now, and where I see crypto going. If the governments are talking about it, if it starts off small and then the government start to get whisper and then they start whispering about it and then they're being sneaky about it and not really telling, and then you have China making a whole crypto, they back their whole digital,
Right.
it's called the digital yuan, but they made a whole it's called a central bank digital currency based off of blockchain. So it's like once governments start doing this type of stuff and all that, it makes you think, okay, oh, hold on, this is going to be something big. This might be the next, you know what I mean, the next boom.
And the reason I asked that is because, like, my name is Google won court case over Oracle, and just to elaborate on that, Oracle is basically they're the owners of JavaScript, and we all know JavaScript. If you had a computer in the early 2000s and you had to update the shit, download a file, JavaScript built Android. Android is owned by Google. The problem is with the internet, and I'm sure cryptocurrency, there's no legislation over any of this. Like you said, that y'all had a book, and the book led to governments being made, and now society is in full on blown. Cryptocurrency isn't even 10 years old. There's no governing body over this and who's in charge of what and what's stopping who from doing what. So the problem Google was having with Oracle is if we built Android, but Oracle made the ingredients to create Android, who the fuck is, like, you know what I mean? Who's sole ownership? Is Google not allowed anymore to use this technology because Oracle wants to patent it or whatever the case may be? And that's the same thing with cryptocurrency, like you said, with the fucking foreign joint with the crypto key and these crypto spaces. I'm just learning all these keywords and shit. It could get there where fucking you got Apple on the crypto space. You got Apple on crypto space, and they just owning shit. And now they trying to filter payments through this way. Oh yeah, you want an iPhone? I need $700 of VeChain bucks instead of 1,200 American dollars. And I think shit can get real spooky that way.
And it's funny that
you're definitely gonna be able to start seeing.
What?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay.
Bro. I was just gonna say that you're gonna definitely start seeing more payments coming. Like you could pay for more stuff with your crypto.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. So, before we did the podcast, like I obviously looked up VeChain and watched RJ's videos and stuff like that. And I read an article that it says Amazon has decided to start a new infrastructure, the AWS blockchain template last year. AWS is interested in having VeChain as its major service provider. So we're talking about Amazon, like this is a huge company, obviously. And over the pandemic course of all this shit happening, like Amazon has became number one sole proprietor, like over Walmart. Say like anything you can think of, Amazon has become like this huge thing. So it's to have VeChain attached to it. It's kind of like, okay, like RJ was saying, like, the government, they start using it, and now it's like, okay, Amazon's just starting to incorporate VeChain. Right. So obviously VeChain is starting to get a little gas in its tank, and now it's starting to fucking go.
And it kind of does create that narrative that like this shit is, it's like you have people like SKONEYMANROB and a whole bunch of others on YouTube telling y'all like cryptocurrency is the way to go. You gotta move toward cryptocurrency. These people are looked at as like fucking special theorists, or like, you know what I mean? Like they're coming up with these crazy theories that no one's ever heard of. However, you got these big name people making the same moves undercover, like quiet as hell, not getting no coverage. Jeff Bezos' divorce is on every news network, but they thinking about converting fucking Amazon to cryptocurrency, and that shit it don't pop up on nobody's Twitter. But you popping up on people's YouTube pages, and some people think you crazy, and a lot of people think you got the right idea and you headed in the right direction. So I just want to ask, do you offer like courses on your page, or like what kind of page is this?
Yeah, no, I don't really even sell any courses. If anybody comes to me and asks me questions, hey, free knowledge. That's how I think it should be. If anybody needs something, they're trying to better themselves. Look, ask me. Look, you got to come to me though. You know what I mean? I can't just find you, just magically give you the answers. Come to me, ask me questions. I'm a nice guy, and I'll try to do my best to help you. You know what I mean? I don't know everything. I'm not the encyclopedia, but I I'll try to help you as far as I can. You know?
I mean, closed mouths don't get fed. I guess that's like the ongoing thing that we got on here is, you gotta ask for help. You gotta ask people. Like, people aren't mind readers. If you want to know about the situation or topic, you gotta ask, especially if you're interested as well.
Yeah.
So another question I got is, oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna ask about the gaming currency because you brought that up early. Like, are you talking people can exchange money like V-Bucks, or like you could? What do you mean by that? Like 2K fucking points?
So Fortnite did something absolutely crazy. They made so much money, not even off of the battle passes, but the skins. These kids buying these skins for these characters for a game that might not be here in the next 5 years. I'm talking about spending 1,000, maybe hundreds.
They spend thousands.
My little brother has like 50 skins.
Oh wow,
it's crazy. It's crazy, and I know he's not the only kid in America that probably has that many skins.
These kids got like 30.
You know what I mean? So
when I was playing Fortnite, I was a skin bull.
So that's what I'm saying. So and that's nothing wrong with that. When I used to play Warcraft, and I used to buy a lot of like gems and stuff, like all types of stuff like that. Like it's moving towards that digital realm,
right?
And it's really like with the gaming and stuff like that, it's not really going to be as much as you're buying something to get something. Really, like the whole thing is these gaming networks and stuff like that are going to be put on the blockchain. So like file sharing, game sharing, and stuff like that. Like you're already seeing stuff like that already happening. So like where Xbox can do crossplay and stuff like that. Right. I'm not saying that's blockchain. I'm saying stuff like that is like more going to start coming out, like where you can operate and connect with people freely over games and stuff like that, and it's going to operate more, like I said, with the AR, with the VR, virtual reality and stuff like that. Expect to see more games where you'll be able to just go on the blockchain on these gaming things and connect with people from anywhere, everywhere.
Because it does show that the market is feasible. Like you said, you got Fortnite making millions of dollars on skins, and people know when you buy 2K, you have to buy 2 copies of it because you're going to spend a 50 ball on the VC. So it already shows like people they don't got no problem spending money to spend fake money on something actually.
Right.
That's initially what it is. We spending money so we can get their money so we can spend it on something they want to give us. It's like a 4-way fucking thing. And it's just showing like, yo, it's here. People going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it.
I still do it. You know what I mean? And I think it kind of is like a society thing as well. And it's just so hard to have like the pandemic going on still. People are getting their vaccines, like it's starting to slow up obviously, but sitting in the house for over a year, not being able to do shit, people get the stimulus checks. I don't know where their money's going. It might go into buying skins or whatever it might be, but I feel like that whole scenario of shit is sort of like a society thing, and it's kind of like calling the kettle black because obviously I just said I still do it, but I feel like it's a society thing, and it's kind of like a like pressure almost. Like, you join up with a friend and like they got all this shit. It's like, oh, I'm about to spend $50 too and get my money in there. So it's definitely, it's ridiculous. It's absurd.
You got motherfuckers offering Deadpool and Travis Scott and shit. Like Call of Duty put the one bull from the on they shit. I grabbed him. The Grim Reaper joint from Halloween. The bull saw. I grabbed that. Yes, that's cryptocurrency. I spent the 20 ball. Everybody got Saw. There's not one nigga that play Warzone that run with somebody that didn't spend the 20 ball on a Halloween skin. They lying.
Right.
So y'all might as well get on it now and put your cryptocurrency so you could buy yourself a Tesla or something later. Like this shit's here because it's only going to get harder, just like everything else. If this is the new way of currency and technology, then we got to know the trends are going to follow. We already understand there's fucking like 9 tech companies that just make trillions of dollars collecting data off of apps and shit like that. There's no way to step in that industry. It's too late for that now. They already have these big commercial businesses that we have to give our US currency physical money to, guaranteed. There's going to 1 to 12 places already. If you don't have the cryptocurrency shit before it gets legislated, before they put governing bodies in it, before it blows up, you're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole all over again.
Right. And
that's what I'm seeing from this.
That's where, and it's sad this, but most people aren't going to get that wrong. Like bro, most people aren't going to get that until it's too late.
Exactly.
Like it'll be a fear of missing out. People will just start throwing money into stuff that they don't understand, that they don't really fully get. And by then, that's when the bankers and stuff like that will make their money. They'll start making most of their money, because at that point, people are just trying to get into the thing that they are starting to hear about the most. And that's when the news will start cranking up, more, start pushing out more news about crypto. That's when you'll see more celebrities coming out talking about crypto. Like you might already have seen Yachty and Logan Paul, just to name something. Like they're already talking Dogecoin. They're already talking about some other coins.
I'm not gonna lie, when I see that, I be thinking it's fake sometimes.
It's so real. It's so real that it's
so
kind of
real. Like I see a video, I think like PNB Rock.
Yeah, they're pushing these different type of coin. Like some of these coins are a little, I'm gonna be honest with you, a little iffy. Like they don't really solve any issues. They don't really solve any problems. Like some of them are really just like a pump and dump kind of looking thing, like where they try, like they're already in it and they're trying to get a bunch of people to buy in it so it can pump up and then they can sell.
Yeah,
like a pump and dump
saying.
scheme, kind of like what they're trying to do. But because to be honest, the rappers and stuff like that have a lot of cash to buy into these type of things. People
and they got a following. They could bring in 150 people if they need to.
Right. So it's a lot of shady stuff going on.
I was about to say, it sounds like a shitty situation.
And it does make it for the true honest players hard, because it's like, this is life-changing tech that's going on right now. But all these shady players and all this fakeness and all the facade that you see on social, it makes it hard for people to even want to believe what's going on. It's like,
and then it goes back to the whole gun situation. Is the gun dangerous or the person wielding it?
And it's like crazy. People don't understand, don't really know what to believe. It's and I don't blame them. It's hard. It's like, what is true? You got the news saying one thing, and sometimes the news isn't really saying the right thing. You got these people, these high figure people saying one. It's coming from all sides.
Now you got a lot of voices and people that reach out to you via your YouTube channel. Are there people that try to group with you, like you said, the group fundings and stuff like that, or are there people out there that try to recruit you and try to just play you for a fool as if you don't know what you're talking about?
Not anyone has. The crypto community that I've been so far involved with has been opening. They've been welcoming. I haven't really met any, sticklers out there, any like mad people or anything like that. No one tried to recruit me. No, no one tried to recruit me on their teams and stuff like that. No groups or anything like that. I said, like I said, if anybody has any questions or stuff like that, they just like message me in the comments. I usually go through the comments and try to answer any questions that I see, or like if I can, I'll just put it in the video. If they DM me on Twitter, Instagram, they'll ask me, hey, what do you think is going to happen? I try not to give price predictions, because I'm not like, I don't want to get, if I say buy in now and it goes down and then someone sells and then they lose money. I don't want to be that reason someone did that.
Right to you.
They're going to come to me. Price predictions I really don't do. But like, if someone asks me, hey, where do I go and buy this type of coin? I'll say, hey, these are the steps you got to take. This is the safest way. You got to do it. You know what I mean? If you need any more help, let me know. Tell me how it goes. Update me. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. So
if Perm was to get into VeChain right now, what would he do? We go like vchain.com and just spend like $100 and get the currency.
If you go to vchain.com, you would not be able to buy the currency. If you guys want to learn more about VeChain, go ahead, look up vchain.com. They tell you all about it. But the way you buy about crypto, the way you would go about buying crypto is you would have to go to an exchange. You would have to you would have to download an app on your phone, US Binance. A lot of people heard of Coinbase. Crypto.com. A lot of people heard of these. These are exchanges where you go to buy and sell these cryptos. And And once you get there, and before you even do that, you have to get verified and stuff like that. You send them a picture of your ID on the app. It takes like a day, maybe even a couple of hours. They're fast about it. You get verified. They just, they want to know who you are. So for tax reasons and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you do get taxed on your crypto gains. You get capital gains on your crypto, on your taxes on your crypto.
Right.
So, and they all do it manually on there for you. I mean, automatic on there for you. They send it to your house when it's done. But after that, you just go in there, and then what a lot of people do is they get it's called a ledger. And this isn't a book, but this is where people keep their crypto, keep their facts, keep their information, their transactions, there's records. They keep it, and I can show you if I had mine. It's just a little digital wallet, and you keep your cryptocurrencies on there. And that would be the next step. You would buy them on exchange, and you would send them to your little hard wallet, and then boom, you're done. You wait 2-3 years, and there you go. You're a millionaire. It's not that simple, but that's
yeah,
the basic gist of it. You buy and you wait. You buy low, you sell high. That's as basic as I can make it for people.
That sounds like the same kind of just normal functions as like the stock market. It's just a waiting game. You buy low, and you gotta hold the line though. That's what I've seen a lot of people saying about the whole AES and GameStop situation with movie theaters. They was like hold the line. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was hype as motherfucker. As soon as I seen that shit, I called Perm. I said, yo, how the fuck I spend this $10 on this shit? This motherfucker, he told me, he's like, yo, you might as well go to Cash App. I went on Cash App, but I look at that shit every day. I'm still at $7. I spent 10 on it like last year. But it's all right. I'm gonna hold the line. And we gonna hope for the best.
Right.
I should have asked this at the beginning, I guess, in a way. And I apologize for not talking. If anybody's like, yo, where the fuck's Perm at during this interview? I'm like more or less like trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can because it's just interesting. So that's why I'm not kind of like talking. I'm just letting everybody else do what they got to do. But how did you get into this? Like, what was the start? I know you said like you did the vlogging first and you brung it together, but like, what was like the initial like, oh shit, like crypto? Like, okay, let me teach myself about this, or like, where did you go? Like, what made you like do it?
I'm gonna be completely honest here. Like, so I dropped out of school, and I came home. I started doing all types of. I was working. I was just going back and forth. And I almost fell into a bad path, like of scamming. I was going to start scamming. Like, I'm being so honest here. I almost was getting ready to start trying to learn how to scam. I was going to put my energy into doing something that could probably have landed me in jail or something, or got me caught up. I was getting ready to. And for some reason, the guy that I was gonna, help, like he was gonna help me out and do all this stuff, he texted me, he was like, what are you trying to do this for? I was like, I just, you know what I mean? I need some money. This is what I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to make some fast money. And this is where I learned this thing called fast money disease. A lot of people today have this thing called fast money disease.
Talk about it.
Where people just want the minimum amount of energy put into work to get the most amount of money. That this is what a lot of our especially our people in our age group is plagued with. It's fast money disease. These people just want the quick buck fast, but what I had to learn is the quicker it comes in, the faster it's going to leave. You understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to like say there? So
absolutely.
That's real shit.
So this fast money disease thing that I got as soon as I got to college, I'm glad it hit me right as soon as I got out of college, because I'm glad I got over it and it didn't become a thing in my life, because that ruins people. That ruins
Some people literally structure their entire life, like you saying, to chase after fast money.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
and we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast, like before we started recording, and he asked me like him just trying to connect with our age group room, and I believe you weren't even on the call yet, but he talked about just connecting with people in our age group. And obviously him being younger than us, like it's hard to connect to people that are already older, because obviously he's younger. So people were probably like, you don't know shit. or whatever the case might be. But I was telling them, like, we talked about it on the podcast, like in later episodes, that like our generation is lazy. We talked about, like, after the pandemic, are people going to pick up a job again and start working? So, like, the whole fast money disease shit, that shit plays in a lot. Because obviously, if you want to make money fast, that means you already have shit planned that you want to buy. It's not like you want to make money and save it. You already have it in your head that you know what you know exactly what you want to get as soon as you get that money. And the thing that I want to point out is, this is kind of like funny, just me being a dickhead. Well, when you said when the guy hit you up talking about like, what do you want to do the scamming for, almost, right? And it's kind of like not a scammer with a self-conscious out here asking other people, like, yo, right, what do you want to scam for? So when you said that, I was like, I smiled because I'm like, is he a good scammer or a bad scammer? Is he looking out? Like,
scammer got a fucking heart.
And that's what and that's the thing. Some of these guys are just doing this because that's what they feel like that's all the only option they have they can do. That's the only thing that they think that they can do. But in the case of this guy, he said, I told him my age. For some reason, we got into a deep conversation, told him my age, told him my situation. He said, this is his exact words. Nah, young boy, I'm gonna teach you about stocks. I said, what? I don't want to learn about stocks. I want to get this. I want to do what you're doing. I'm looking at what you're doing. I want to do what you're doing. I want that. Right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, young boy, that's not the route. You're setting yourself up for a bad route. You're setting yourself up for a bad life. I'm gonna teach you about these stocks. Look up the foreign exchange. And this is where I started. This is where my journey into financials,
that's so crazy,
and stuff started, by a scammer saying, "No, I'm not going to teach you what I do. I'm going to do better than what I do. I'm going to show you." And that's the lessons. Those are the type of lessons that I keep. Right. He even though he was doing bad and he knew what he was doing was wrong, he said, "I'm going to show you better, and I can show you how to do better." And
that's real shit. And it shows too, because you got people out here same way, in your same situation. They're hungry, they need money, they willing to put up work for it. You know what I mean? They're willing to risk it. And then they come across somebody and they tell them to either do some shit that they never done or do some shit they know not gonna work out. Or telling you, yeah, you got fast money disease. I can give you that fast money, but you never gonna be cured of your disease. And there's gonna be a time where you're not gonna be able to make no money. This shit go wrong. You try to swipe cards and run in these banks and do some foolish shit, you're going to be doing Fed time. You're not going to Dauphin County prison next to a fucking Toys R Us. You're going to Fed time because you fucking with the Fed's fucking money. He told him, he said, listen, there's a stock out there called foreign exchange. And that's so thorough because I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast and he was talking about millennials, like our age and shit. He said, motherfuckers, we want money just for existing. We want fame. We want respect and power just for having a heartbeat. And he said some real shit. He was like, frogs fucking exist. Trees exist. Nobody respect frogs. Niggas is swatting flies every summer. They exist. You got to really put in work and have some value so you can earn that value. And there's a thing called notoriety. Listen to Shy Glizzy. Know your notoriety, young nigga. That is knowing your worth. You are worth so much more than $1,200 from somebody's Chase account so you can spend 8 years behind fucking bars.
Exactly.
Know your worth. You're going to make so much more money longer in life because you out here living it. You going to be able to live it. Yeah. A nigga that made $140,000 in 3 years and he spends 15 years in jail. How he going to make more money than a nigga who makes $10K every month and he never gave no time up? Even if the nigga made $5,000 a year, you would catch somebody who takes a 15-year break, a 10-year break. Come on, bro. You gonna build this shit up. Blockchaining. Yeah. I respect it.
Totally respect it because a lot of people give up too. Like RJ, along the journey, you could have gave up at any point. At any point. Right. You know, the guy might have told you about this stuff. Go look it up. And you can be like, yo, bro, like, I'm about to go find somebody else because he's bullshit. And like, I came here to make money. Like, fuck this shit. He over here talking about some other shit that I don't care about.
Right.
And I think that's like the other downfall in our generation is people give up so motherfucking quick. Like when they don't see shit pop off, like, or see like certain view counts or see certain likes or just see just certain
Results.
what am I trying approval from people. When they don't see that, they give up immediately, and then they fall into like this dark place, like, oh, I don't even care, bro. They just give up on it. But like some of these people that do give up be so talented at what they do, and it's just like, bro, you got to keep going. Like just keep doing it. Yeah, like there's sacrifices along the way, but keep doing it. Like it's gonna get better. Like you just got to keep going. And I think that's dope, especially in your situation and me knowing you for a little bit of time that I have known you. Like it's great that you stayed on track and kept doing this shit because it's obviously it's great and it's knowledgeable and it's, you know, seems like it's going to be important in the next couple of years.
Thank you. No, yeah. Thank
I
you.
really like
appreciate
how
that.
you didn't let not finishing school determine your capability of learning. Because that's the biggest thing I feel like people aren't understanding is that you dropped out of school, but the first thing you did when you tried to talk to some nigga about some illegal shit, he told you to go learn some shit. You know what I mean? And you took that energy and you was like, if I'm willing to do this here, I
Yep.
apply this energy here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get the same result. Is it gonna look the same way? Is it gonna look like his IG? No, it's gonna look like Scunny Man Rob's. And now everything you getting is gonna be what Scunny Man Rob deserves to get because you're not out here filling nobody's shoes. You're not repeating nobody's fucking voice or none of that. You in your own lane and you doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
And the government trying to take you out, so you gotta be safe. You gotta take care of
Definitely gotta be
Yeah,
safe.
am I out on your guys' screen?
Yeah, your camera shut off.
Your camera went out, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
You talk
Go
about
right
that
here really
actually. I'm
quick.
glad that popped up. That damn beetle with the S on it. What is that? This your logo?
That's yeah, that's the Scunny logo. That's
Oh, okay, that's a Scunny logo.
yeah, that right there is that's a scarabus. That's a beetle. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Is that has to go back with like your heritage and tribe and like at being
oh
basically from Africa. I see a lot of stuff in your room and
oh yeah, I don't really know my exact lineage. I don't, to be honest. These are my dad's I guess you could say little sculpture things in the background.
yeah.
That if you guys seen them, but yeah, no, I don't really know where this beetle comes from. It just is a nice, little logo. I found it and I thought, it could be little some deep knowledge into it. It means some things. It has some meaning to behind it. But I think that I can leave that a little mystery. I think people can
Yeah,
search for that.
for
Look
sure.
up Santos Bonacci. Santos Bonacci. He'll explain the scarabus and what that means.
Is your handle the same? Like do you have YouTube, Twitter?
Yeah, all my Twitter, Scunny, Instagram, all that stuff is all the same. All of it's
Okay.
Scunny Man Rob. All of it's the little black beetle with the orange S. Just try to keep everybody, so everybody thinks of me and they see me, they think of that logo and they think of that, that orange S.
Hey man, reach out to my young nigga, Scunny Man Rob. He breaking the internet with shit.
He
trying
knows
to teach you a
something.
different way to get your hands. Yo, he's up to something.
He's up to something,
He's
bro.
up to it.
And I told him that, Rome. I said we're not gonna look past like the view count and people commenting and then me going to your
Right.
Twitter, people underneath your Twitter talking about, yo, thank you so much. Like, all right, what the fuck's going on?
Where?
What's going on over here? We
Not
need to figure
ignoring
this
that.
out. Absolutely.
Niggas reaching out to him in the comments, not even leaving comments in English.
No,
Right.
I love it. Nobody, I don't know what the fuck that says.
he got to go to
He don't know what the fuck that says.
he got to go to Google Translate to translate it and then type his shit out, translate it back, and send it to them.
But you know how much respect somebody got to have to take the time out to write some shit that you can't even read. That's
Like
love
that
right
that person's very interested. He over there like, man,
Right. That's
I'm
what I'm
about to
saying.
ask
That's
this.
love right there.
Right.
That's crazy.
Hey, man.
So do you do this by yourself? Like you do your videos by yourself? You do all like the information by yourself? Like nobody like, like you don't have like a partner or anybody? Like I know Rome's asked you like, are you on like a team of people? But like nobody's like helping you out with this. This is all you?
Oh yeah, no. This is all just I sit where I am right now currently. pull up my laptop up, pull up Twitter, pull up Google, and I just, go ahead. I just try to find, recent articles and stuff like that of that day. I do my videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll use my off days to try to compile some, information together from that day too. And then I'll make a little video, and that's really it. And like how we were talking before we started the, the stream, we were talking about software and stuff like that. I use OBS and stuff like that just to, record everything like that. So yeah, everything's all done by myself right here in the garage.
Oh, shit is working. It don't matter where the hell you do it at. That shit going. So, I mean, just yeah. I mean, obviously we don't gotta tell you shit because you're doing your thing already, and that's why you on the podcast because we wanted to be more knowledgeable about your situation. Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna tap in with you again because just like the market with VeChain and blockchain, you growing too. You know what I mean? Your whole fan base and your audience who you reach out to is growing. And we gonna keep intact and see where this heads because who knows what the fuck you gonna be speaking on sooner.
Absolutely right.
No
Yeah,
idea.
got
Audience
some more
gonna
stuff
get
coming.
larger and everything.
Yep, right.
Perm, you got any more questions?
Nah. I learned a lot this podcast. I'm gonna keep doing my research on it. I did some last night, but yeah, I'm gonna continue to keep my eye out on it and see if I can learn new things. Shit, I might even buy some. Yo,
don't be strange. Y'all heard it here. This cryptocurrency shit legit. It's out here and people fucking with it. So don't when you in 2040 and your kids like, mom, we got no cryptocurrency. You give me $5 for lunch. Nobody carries cash. 20 It's because your mom watched the podcast 2021 and wanted to fucking ignore everything.
Yeah. Don't be stupid.
Right. Play around if y'all want.
So do you,
no, seriously,
yeah, go ahead.
that I'm sorry. Basically what you guys are saying, yeah, it's VeChain isn't the only crypto. I know that's all I push on YouTube and everything like that. I'm gonna be honest because that's what I really thought was gonna propel my my YouTube and everything further. I found a group that wasn't getting I guess you could say the attention that I thought it should have. I don't think the group had really people like me speaking on YouTube and stuff like that, like the other cryptos and all the other coins. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing videos on this crypto, and I'm gonna build the group for this crypto, and we're gonna be, we're gonna build our own little Twitter community and stuff like that. So that's what's going on right now. But like I said, just if you do your own research and look out there are plenty of other coins. Just like there were plenty of internet companies back then when people didn't know what was going on. There were plenty of internet companies that made it. There are plenty of cryptos that are going to make it. You just got to find those perfect gems. You got to find those right ones and which ones are going to last in the future and which ones are actually solving real world problems.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
This look, time out your crypto day.
Shit.
Fucking with us at Don Talk Pod. Really
handle
things like
I
a real boss.
I learned a lot.
What we like to do here.
I learned a lot.
Uplift. We keep dons and bosses around dons and bosses.
Yeah, I didn't say a lot. I was over here like, yeah, you said that, yup. Block ledger, block, okay. Definition, yeah. I took my notes, so. But yeah, like we're gonna say it again. Appreciate you, for taking our time, being here with us, answering questions, just giving like I guess your daily spiel on this, like you do in your video. So just thank you for repeating yourself, to people like us and trying to make sure we're knowledgeable in the situation.
Real rap. Speaking to a whole nother crowd. You know what I mean? Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you said?
Yep. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel, I'll post a video. And I just want to say shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys for what you're doing for the community, for the people around here. You guys are we need more people like you that are really showing love to the creators, to the artists, musicians, you know what I mean? To the people that are really doing something out here, trying to make a difference. We need more people that are showing love to those people. And and everybody has a part, and and I just wanted to say thank you guys for what you guys do. I don't know if people show you guys love and everything like that, but yeah,
we appreciate that.
Yeah, that did totally appreciate it.
Harrisburg deserves a lot more credit than what people give it, and there's a lot of special people doing special things in this city that should be recognized. You definitely one of them. We're gonna stay in tune, bro.
You already know. Thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure. But all right, guys, that was episode 14. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. You know, tune in with it. Keep in contact with us. Check out V Chain. Go check out his YouTube channel. I'll make sure to leave it in the description. Put all of his socials down there, everything else. So if you guys are interested at all during this podcast, please go check it out, man. We'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah, don't hesitate. If there's anything you want to talk about, hit us up. Don Talk Pod. Hit him up, Scunny Man Rob. And like Perm said, peace, love, and hair grease.
Peace.